I just realised that they've turned the White Hart Lanes sign round. That's really, really funny.
Good, because I always got, look how much Tottenham stuff is in this corner. Yeah, every time I come
have
here.
you seen X is still staring
And he's still staring at me. But that's the face he should have.
Yeah,
that's the face he should have.
Every time I walk in here and I see that, I'm like, whoa, like that's a life-size cutout of X. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Actually, to be fair, Abbi, this is the first time I've seen you in person since that Sunday result. Because I wasn't here on Monday when you were in here.
Correct.
Are you feeling any better, any worse? Are you still just in the absolute mud?
Any better? What on earth would I have to feel better about?
48 hours to maybe go, it's Arsenal, we can move on?
No, if anything, it's probably hit harder. Like, we filmed Inside Talksport. We actually filmed Inside Spurs for Talksport this morning. And honestly, it might be one of the most depressing shows I've ever done. Because there is not one positive that you can take at this point. There is not one bit of happiness, not one bit of vibe, nothing. It's like we are in a relegation battle, which we've been saying for weeks, but we really are. I think, who is it? They're 4 points behind us, West Ham.
Yeah.
Forest 2 points behind us. Anyone that has got these rose-tinted glasses on that wants to say that we're not, crazy, because we are. We firmly are. I looked at the fixtures. I can't foresee where we're picking up points. I said yesterday, if I could bank on the home games and home form, if we manage to win games at home, then I'd be like, all right, we'll be okay. But we don't win. We've won twice all season. I think 4 times, actually, if I go back to last January through to current present tense in the league. And I think that obviously the injuries are insane. We did nothing in terms of helping in January. We've had the same attacking issues the whole season. Apparently, Johan Lange said there was no one. There was no one on the planet that could have helped us. And it's just really, really dark. Dark for us at the minute. So, got to go to Fulham, where we've, I think, only won once in the last 5.
And Fulham look pretty all right.
Fulham have got fully fit squad as well. We've got Palace at home. We've got Forest at home. We've got to go to Liverpool. We've got to go to Chelsea. We've got to go away to Sunderland. Like, people that are looking at those fixtures and saying, oh, it's a bit easier from now. I mean, nothing's easy for us. And I genuinely think that we will maybe stay up, and that will probably be down to everyone else being worse or some of the teams having to play against us. I think he takes a bit of an Amorim stance, I think, as well. And I'm like, is that what we really need at this point? But I'm not writing off Igor Tudor. Like, he's there for 11.
They're already not listening to him.
Well, apparently that actually wasn't the case. Apparently apparently it wasn't about Mickey van der Ven. Apparently he was actually talking to Dragusin, apparently.
Who was the only one who was saving you in that first half?
He made up for it in the second. My gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was getting dragged to the left, dragged to the right. That's what he was getting.
Apparently he wasn't talking to Mickey van der Ven. Obviously it looks that way, but apparently he wasn't. He was talking to Dragusin.
I just think you guys... It's just the Spurs players look like they don't believe they can win a game of football.
I don't either. But I'm not the one that's out there for 90 minutes. I think that this is also the problem. Like, you got when you're in a relegation battle, you look at other teams that have been in it, and you know, Forest have been in those in and around those situations before, or you look at Leeds who've been in that situation, or even West Ham. You know, you've got, I think, or Burnley, you've got players that have got kind of have the nous to know what it takes to try and like fight in a relegation battle. And I think there is this arrogance around Tottenham and around the club that it's like, you're too good to go down. We're not too good to go down.
No,
we finished 17th last season, okay? And yes, we were never in a relegation battle with 13 points off, but still.
You also won the most games a team have ever won without going down.
Yeah.
Sorry, lost the most games a team have ever won without going down.
So the writing's been on the wall for some time. And this arrogance about, you're too good to go down, we're not. We also have 13 players available, first-team players and squad players. That's it.
Does that give you hope then in the way that like these players can come back, and these players are players who haven't been...
But they're not coming back.
Are they not coming back?
I think in terms of an attacking area, Kudus won't be back until April. Bergval's likely to be out for the rest of the season. Obviously, Madison, Kulusevski are done. They're not going to be back this season anyway. Wilson Odobert, ACL, not going to be back this season. That's it. That's all my options for you.
I don't even think it would have made a difference, because even if they all, unless they all came back at the same time and then they was all back at 100%, it wouldn't have made a difference, because you're coming back into a team that is literally crumbling.
But in terms of creating chances and in terms of having more quality, then like if you look at the 11 players that are out, also our goalkeeper's also out for some reason, Kinski. Don't know what happened to him, but still.
He just disappeared.
Like, you know, Romero is out because of he's an idiot. But Romero being out, Danso, Udogie, Porro, that's a good back four. You know, you look Bentancur, Bergvall, Maddison, that's a starting midfield three. Kudus, Kulusevski, and Odegaard. Like, you have those players that are basically most of the time starters. And at the moment, what you're looking at is a bar maybe like 3 or 4 players at a push. Everyone else is squad and filler. And I just think it is a travesty that this board did nothing to go and help that when you knew that most of your injuries were long term and a lot of them weren't going to be back. You know, you knew that Kudus, Maddison, and Kulusevski weren't going to be back at all this season, and you go and do nothing in January to try and help the attacking threat. Nothing. And if there's part of me that is like, it's a weird thing to say because obviously I would never want to see us go down, but this board and the way that they have let this club down and let the fans down, they deserve to be relegated.
Right? Did Daniel Levy see this coming? Is this why he jumped ship?
Well, Daniel Levy was sacked, but he still owns 33% of the club.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. Like, this is so Tottenham to have this thing where they go through all of these things and then the fans say, "Oh, why didn't you do this and why didn't you do that?" They never do it because this is what they do. This is what they've always done. It's always been funds put in the wrong place, players spent on the wrong thing. When you're going in a certain direction, you're right. Everyone's saying right. It's clearly you should be going left, and then they go right.
Obviously, I ended up being Anjou very much towards the end. But I think that having that and keeping maybe the stability and whatever they were trying to do, and a manager that they believed in, I think then sacking him after they achieved that, I think maybe that derailed it. I think maybe that's why the players have got. So again, they've obviously been quite vocal about their grievances with
maybe
because
they were so together with the idea of winning the Europa League with him, and then they just sacked him.
It's still unacceptable to lose 17 times, and I haven't changed my mind. I was from about April time. I was Anjou because I don't think that's acceptable. But I think
22 losses is crazy.
It's not up to me and my decision, and I think that maybe they should have kept Andrew a bit longer because of that.
Wouldn't have made a difference. It would just
I don't know if it'd be
prolonging the same thing.
But then
he's gone and done the same thing at Forest.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, he was going to play the same way anyway, and then the players would have turned either way. Just it's because they wanted a trophy. They're Spurs, and they go, "Oh, we're never going to get a trophy ever." And this guy defied the odds and got them the one thing they would never get. Of course, they're going to back him.
Yeah.
But they're not going to play under any better under him, and he's not going to suddenly turn it around and go, "Oh, we're going to play like this instead." Do you know why I probably
disagree with that? And I think obviously that first season where we finished 5th and we had loads of injuries that season as well. Obviously last season we finished 17th and had loads of injuries this last season as well. Then we look at this season. If he would have been there, maybe we would have ended up in the exact same situation. I don't know. But I feel like the players would have been more connected. They obviously never connected with Thomas Frank. You could see that from early doors. And then this board kept Thomas Frank way too long. So I think that I still think he was right to be sacked, but I wouldn't have personally I probably would have been like, all right, fine, go on then. Like,